Yes, if I confirm, it's your boy Foxy P in the building. I like your boy. The chopper of them and the fryer of plantain. Yes. 1995, 1999 Gidigbo champion. The first evil governor of Lagos State. But once I yes, can I say yes, we fit. Yes, but I confirm. When in doubt, so that breast.
Pass me not to gentle savior. Hear my humble cry. Why on others thou art calling? Do not pass Foxy P by. Ginger. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to welcome you to another episode of the Africa Today Show with your top Foxy P in the building. I like your boy Chopper on the fryer of plantain. Doing heavy, doing real big right here in Baltimore, Maryland. Confirm. Jumping right into it because a lot of things have been happening in Africa. I'm going to start from North Africa right there in Egypt. Michael, confirm. I talked about this in a couple of episodes before. I said Mubarak was released recently and now we're hearing that his own Pekins, the Pekins of Hosni Mubarak, these Pekins are not tata. They're not sucking breast. No, I'm sucking breast recreationally, you know. There's breast can suck for nutrition and breast can is for the strong and I'm confirmed. These children are now grown children and they've been in prison for 4 years. What they do, they say embezzlement. Bearing in mind that these are the same children that when they arrested their papa, Arab Spring, you remember Arab Spring in Tahrir Square and everything else in Egypt? Yeah, they come out Mubarak, who's a strong man that's running things in that Egypt. Boom, 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 boom. Confirm. They come out the guy and they come out insurance too. And what they do, they put it inside jail. So now we're hearing the news that the father has been released a couple of weeks ago, and now we're hearing the news that the Pekins have been released, which pretty much brings everything to full circle. You know, right there in Egypt, when the Arab Spring happened, they commuted the Hosni Mubarak and they replaced him with the Muslim Brotherhood who were voted into power. Then after that, people are looking like, this Muslim Brotherhood now, wow, this looks like some kind of Sharia parole. It's too much, it's too much. And people say that US is there, but I don't know. Maybe U was there, but who knows whether S follows? Who know? Nobody know. I can't say it from my own mouth. Passport has changed color. So basically, we're getting the news now that after those guys, Arab Brotherhood, were commuted, the next people that came in was a general that was serving under Mubarak back in the day. One of his boys, someone that's dealing with him, hey, man, what's going on with you, man? You know, Ginger, they have a secret handshake and all that kind of stuff. Now the guy has come back, and what's he doing? They're bringing everything back into play. What are they doing? They come out Mubarak from prison, and now they've come out the two shrines. So it has all come full cycle. So we're getting the news that the shrines can be going home anytime soon to go and eat fried pancake and drink champagne. Confirm. Leaving that area, we're gonna go to Equatorial Guinea where this African Nations Cup is going on right now. And we're getting the news that Equatorial Guinea has qualified to go into the next. Okay, people don't want to know because Nigeria is not playing happy. Some Nigerians are acting like they don't even know that Nations Cup is going on. I'm like, How can you pretend? It's almost like Chelsea fans be acting like they don't know that FA Cup is. FA Cup is still going on though, in case Chelsea fans don't know. People be collecting all kinds of scoring. For which reasons? Yeah, going on that story because I don't want to start fight. I hate fight. Anything about soccer, I don't like to argue about it. Even though Arsenal is still in the FA Cup and it's still looking like it's going to win it. But, you know, defending champion Paros. But who am I to say those kind of things? I'm just a tout on YouTube. Ginger. I'm going to jump right out of it. We're getting the news that Funke Akindele, also known as Jennifer, is inside some kind of wahala with Ikeji, #1 blogger in Nigeria. Basically, there's a parole that's going out there that another actress had disrespected Funke Akindele when, you know, her marriage issues happened when she got divorced, and the person was saying that she can't stay in husband's house, what kind of stuff. And Linda had put it up. So then the woman now started having her own marital issues, and Funke Akindele now went on Instagram and didn't talk. She didn't name any names or anything else, but Linda is now joining the dots together. I know Linda is someone that's very, very skilled in BODMAS. What does BODMAS mean? It's a tool that's used to do a calculation where you can get an answer that may not have been in the original or even in the product. Confirm. So she joined 2 and 3 together and found 16 and decided that this is what happened between these two people. So Funke Akindele, who, from what I understand and what I believe, is actually a career attorney. She's somebody who actually went to law school. So she's actually an attorney in her own right. So basically, for that whole paroles and everything else, she now decided to sue Linda Ikeji. They gave her a cease and desist kind of thing. They printed the picture of the letter, which hopefully I'll be able to put up for you guys. But basically, she's saying, put down that post, #1. #2, if you don't put down that post, you won't see me in court. So this is an ongoing case. We're going to monitor it going forward. Ginger. Talking about Nollywood, I got an email from one of our very, very strong supporters of Africa Today Show, Adanne, that said, yo, Fox P, I want you to please do me a favor and actually verify that this guy is really dead. And I was like, who died? Basically, she was talking about this wonderful actor, Muna Obiekwe, and basically the guy don't mod. There was a lot of rumors, you know how it is in there's really nobody that would come out and tell you this person is really, really dead. There's, our celebs really don't have any spokesperson. They already know. Usually what you can do in this kind of instances, especially here in Hollywood or, everywhere else across the world, is that each person or each celebrity will have a publicist or a spokesperson or a PR person or somebody along those lines who you're used to getting information from them while that person was alive. So when the person has now or when they say the person has payment, that guy is not the one that will come out and say, okay, he really died or he didn't die. But most often than not, what usually happens is when we hear that somebody is dead, they now start running to the person's house and all those kind of things. I don't know if you remember when the whole thing happened in that solo area. Oh yeah, Baba no go die unless Toba Darugo Baba. There's a reason for that song. Basically, they said that the guy had died and he hadn't died. Nnamdi Azikiwe was also somebody that suffered that thing. Nnamdi Azikiwe died almost 3 times. Twice I know about in newspaper where I saw his obituary confirmed, but they said Nnamdi Azikiwe is dead. And the next day you have another, thing saying Zik came out and said he's still alive. So I understand where that was coming from without knowing who to believe. Especially with Muna's situation, he's a very, very private guy. He didn't really go out to the press that much. He just did his whole thing. He believed in letting his career speak for himself. And so he played all those kind of roles where he was always like a mean guy, a bad boy, lover boy, that kind of thing. But not with the sweetness that you see from like the Ramsey Noah type. It was more like a darker kind of character. So he felt like, it seemed like his whole persona mixed with the fact that he wasn't out there in the press 24/7 kind of like gave him that mystique, which I thought was pretty good. The fact that I almost couldn't find anything about this guy that was like we could latch onto. It was after he passed that you can now be like, okay, these are the things that people are now saying about him. So basically, I am here to confirm that he is dead. I mean, it's already been out there for a couple of days now. He died of kidney failure. Basically, he had been suffering from this disease for a couple of years. Decided not to do what most celebrities in Nigeria do, which is they come out and they say, look, I'm suffering from this liver failure, kidney failure, whatever. I need 3 million naira to go to India to go and do a operation, so please contribute money. He said no, he didn't want to do it. Well, his own plan was, I'm a creative person, I'm going to get my creative people together, and I'm going to do a stage play, and offer the money I make from that show, I can then go for my treatment. But unfortunately, he died before it happened. So it's very, very sad. Rest in peace. Muna is going to be buried on February 2nd. One thing that actually hurt me was the fact that somebody, his very last moments, he actually slumped. He actually slumped in a car. I think they were trying to like take him to the hospital, rush him to the hospital, but he passed away. I don't know whether he passed away in the car or just before they put him in the car, but he was pronounced dead by the time they got to the hospital. But what really hurt me was the fact that somebody actually took a picture of him slumped dead and put it up, which I think is the worst thing you could ever do. Last thing you want is, the last memory that people have of you, the last image people have of you is a picture of you like slumped over. Think about people who, passed away publicly. Think about someone like JFK, for instance, who was assassinated on the street. Till today, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of JFK like slumped over. But I'm sure somebody took that picture, but it's never been put out there because it's just morbid. It's just crazy. It's just unnecessary and it's sad. That somebody would think. And the sad thing is, unlike America here, where you can make money off of selling all these paparazzi kind of photos, you don't have that kind of market in Nigeria where you can say, okay, I have a photo of this guy when he died, and I'm gonna go sell it to Champion or This Day or Linda Ikeji or whatever. So this person didn't even get paid for doing that. They just wanted to have that reputation, like, let me take the guy picture last. That's terrible. That's sad. That's just making a mockery of somebody's life. You have to respect the dead, if nothing else. If you yourself know if you respect your own self. By God's grace, hopefully not be fortunate. I go just pick your own dead body when you don't die. Because that's crazy. To me, I saw the picture and I'm like, why? And of course, you have all the Nigerian blogs that are coming out there and saying, oh, this is terrible that somebody took this picture. But what are they doing? They put up that same fucking picture. Imagine that. That's crazy. Unnecessary. Talking about things that's making me feel bad, I'm getting the news that the Nigerian federal government have decided, in all of their glorificious, amazing knowledge, they've decided that they want to ban pornography. They're thinking about banning it. This came from the head of security operatives, director of security. I don't know what his own title is, but it's basically supposed to be the one in charge of the national security of the country. And pretty much it came out and they said they want to ban pornography, which at first I was really scared. I was like, damn, Pornography is what they want to ban. Because let me tell you something, in a lot of relationships, especially marriages, one of the things that helps the men to stay focused on their wife and not be going out on the main road and gonna be sampling that outside food is the fact that you have porno. You can just sit down in your house when your wife has sleep, or maybe your wife has go to market. On a lot of Nigerian men, they don't like to go to church. So when the wife has carried the children and gone to church, when you now lock the door, you now go on your DVD, you just close the curtain, lock the door from the inside. In Nigeria dog have bolt. You bolt that door. Even if you have key, you can't come inside. Not like America here, where you can be inside, your wife can just come out. She's already entered inside the house. No, this one you can bolt the door. But that time you can now like relax on the volume well, so you can be relaxed. Not the one that you be doing it and you be looking at the door, see who's coming to catch you. No, you can now relax on the couch. You bring your Vaseline and just take yourself, and you can just make sweet love to yourself. All that sweetness. And today you can watch the one of Akata women, tomorrow you can watch some Asian women, tomorrow you can watch Oibo women, swell up women, whatever kind of women. So you're just sampling different kind of women, but you're not really entering main road and not really committing any crime. Although some women consider it to be a crime. Maybe that might be a question for today's show. Ladies, if you find out that your man is watching porn, do you consider that to be cheating on you? In that he's actually getting sexual satisfaction from watching them, and sometimes there can be some movement of the body, hand and leg, and massaging of yourself to get your eventual satisfaction. So do you consider that to be cheating? And then for the guys, if you know that your woman, anytime you just go office, or anytime that she doesn't see you, or anytime that you go to the gym and she's in the house, she just know that as soon as she just blow that, she just on pornography, looking at all the people that just be entering, looking at all the men that just be doing things, and then she just be enjoying herself, and just had that sweet release, So is that considered cheating? That's the question for today. So when I first said about that whole ban of pornography, I'm like, pornography is what they want to ban? This thing's gonna be crazy. It's ridiculous. I mean, remove the fact that they should be focusing on Boko Haram and all these other things. But you know how we are now, moral police. They always want to control things that should not even be controlled. You as an adult should know whether you should download porn or whether you shouldn't. Somebody made the argument that places like Dubai that Nigerians go to, for instance, porn is banned, and I'm like, places like Saudi Arabia, women are not allowed to drive. Does that make it right just because somebody else is doing it? No. So you should have free will. You as an adult should be able to decide what you want to do, whether good or bad, right or wrong. So as I was still making that argument, and I called my brother in Nigeria, him, and he was like, I was like, yo, they're about to ban pornography. He was like, let them ban it now. Who cares? I was like, are you sure you can survive without porno? He's like, who cares about pornography? I don't watch pornography. I watch blue film. I say, you're a champion soldier. Of course, it's blue film. Blue film is what people watch in Nigeria. All these porno is for the birds. Porno is for people on the internet. Blue film is blue film. When you carry that VHS cassette and they give you that VHS cassette, and when you're exchanging it in school, I know whether people did this when you're in secondary school, when you're exchanging that blue film video cassette and you carry it up and you be weighing it. Look, my guy, the one I'm giving you is 5 hours. So are you sure? Now wait, this thing's heavy. 7 hours. All those days of watching, when you now be watching it upstairs in a parlor, inside your parents' parlor. So one person will now be on the door doing like gate man, checking anytime you hear sound. That's that person's position. Then you have another person who's just ready at that point in time. His finger is already right there on the button. If you just say as that one just roll like, oh boy, off, go, yes, off it, go. And then you have the other people watching, but you're not even watching and relaxing and watching and just looking. Of which thing I'm telling you, people might be crazy, because the fact is that you have not just one person watching, you have a group of boys. I don't think it was until I came to America that I actually knew that people actually like watched that stuff by themselves. I didn't even know that. I thought it was just like something that boys would just do. Boys just be chilling, like, okay, we don't play Super Nintendo finish, or we don't play FIFA finish. Food, we don't already chop food, waiting again, you get blue film, oh shit, for real? More watching, mojo. And then he put it on, everybody just watch. It wasn't like came here, I was not like, damn, like, really? Like, people actually just sit in the room and, oh, okay. I didn't know that. Now, let me put this out there too as a disclaimer for people who didn't grow up in Nigeria. So just so you know, when I say that the boys are watching it together, it's not because that the boys are now soaping each other. It's not like that. Or you just be doing something like that, just to enter your eye, like, Adam, why are you doing like this now? You're not spill this all over my eye. No, that's not the case. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, to us, it didn't have the overt sexual thing here. Like people buy porn to just go and enjoy themselves. Like we didn't really do it like that. It was more like boys are just bored and just watching something together, and it's like I want to see that guy to enter that girl, I want to sweeten that guy to do. See, you know, maybe it was because we're young and we didn't really know that much. You know, maybe that's what it is. But we just never. You know, maybe I hope I'm not the only one. But I remember back in the day, like, we used to just sit down and just watch blue film. Man, talking about blue film, I got the sad news that one of my favorites people that be throwing that heavy hammer, Wesley Pipes. If you know him, if you know anything about blue film, somebody who can yarn, yo, throw it back at me, yeah, make it look nasty. You know, all that kind of stuff, calling girls the N-word and all kinds of stuff. This crazy dude, he just found out that he has inoperable lung cancer, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh, it's terrible. So, it's one or two things gonna have to happen. Either he's gonna have chemo where it's gonna help his situation, or the guy is gonna quit me. I'm just praying to God that he survives. I think he has like they set up a GoFundMe or fundraiser kind of thing, you know, to help him raise money for his chemotherapy and everything else. So I'm sure if you guys Google it, if you Wesley Pipes, you know, inoperable lung cancer, or his, you know, fundraiser, you can definitely see it. Me, I went there and gave the guy small money because that guy has inspired boys. As a Nigerian boy coming to America, you don't know what to tell you don't even know what to tell women when you're climbing. You're like, auntie, give me more, auntie, help me, auntie, sweeten me. I don't know what to say. So you learn from this guy all kind of nasty, just got that things to be telling girls, do back at me. Yes, Father Confirm, that's all I have for you guys today. Please tune in tomorrow. We're going to have more information for you. Don't forget the question of the day. Ladies, if you find out that your man is so peeing and enjoying himself, him and his jetons, and he's watching that porno or that blue film and is enjoying himself to a woman, is that cheating? And for the guys, how do you feel when you know that your woman, when you leave and go to office or you go outside, she's secretly inside a room enjoying herself by watching porno and watching other men doing what they're doing on top of other women? Confirm. That's the question for you guys today. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, The Fox himself. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, The Fox himself. You know for a fact that this weekend the Touts are coming to Canada. It's going to be heavy. We're going to Calgary on Saturday and then Winnipeg on Sunday as part of our Canada tour. Absolutely amazing. Waka Waka Entertainment put it together for us. So beautiful. We're really excited about that. Also, don't forget African Princess of Comedy Tour is in full effect. City of Houston, March 21st. 15 comedians. Absolutely crazy, insane. Buy your tickets now. apchouston.eventbrite.com. apchouston.eventbrite.com. Man, I know Dolo. I said I talk whenever I end this show. And it's when I die in Voltron. And when in doubt, suck that breast. Please subscribe. Ginger.